What's up, YouTube? Brian from Hashware Hub here. It is December 1st and market review. First off, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and leave us a comment if there's any other markets that you actually want us to see, that you want to see that we're not including here. We can, on the next video, we can include them and give a quick little snapshot and possibly just keep it in the repertoire if it's a large enough currency that most people want to take a look at. So with that said, what's been going on? Most of the majors as far as Bitcoin, Litecoin, Dash, and Ethereum were up. Actually, Litecoin had a big day today. The rest of them were, let's take a look real quick. Bitcoin, yep, was up about 12%. Ethereum up about 8%. Bitcoin Cash about 11.5%. Let's take a look at Dash. It was up about 1%. And Litecoin was up 15.87%. Quite a good day for the past 24 hours. The percentage change there. So looks like the market is trying to reach those top ranges again, those top levels. So right now we're looking at a Bitcoin chart, and what are we looking at? So from the trend, it appears that everything is still bullish. From the D-trend, still has that positive slope on it. MACD still on fire. That thing is still looking like a very, very strong buy, or at least is going in a very positive direction. RSI looks like it's actually pointing north even a little bit more. Now, that's not to say this is a point to buy by any means. We're at all-time highs or within all-time highs. And you see these three candles right here. Okay, what I would have liked to have seen is some consolidation, some sideways movement at the very least, if not a little bit of a low to test some support levels. Whereas here we have three large candles that two of them have wicked out, where they just kind of flamed out, and the third one had closed at its high. It'll be telling what happens in the next few days based on that candle. If tomorrow is a big down day, then all the work that was done today is pretty much for naught. So when I say work, all the work that was done by the bulls is pretty much all for naught. So interesting to see what's happening here. Not a time to buy at all. We will be giving some low risk entry levels in the next few days, and that will be a separate indicator that is also on this chart here. And that indicator is actually used in a few different ways, but one of the ways it's used is for a low risk entry point. So this is Bitcoin. Let's take a look at another one. Let's take a look at Dash. Similar here. We have one huge candle, a second huge candle, a third one, which much smaller in consideration to the previous two. However, not much movement on it. It basically closed very close to where it opened up. However, very bullish on the trend strength. The D trend is showing sideways movement. You can see there's a huge divergence. Look what happened here. Okay, these two huge candles came in. The market ran up very strong, but D trend just went sideways. That's very telling as to what may be underlying the market. Okay, remember, we strip all the noise out of the market, all the noise out of the data, and then we calculate our indicators. So our indicators aren't fooled that often at all. They're a very good representation of what's going to happen in the future. MACD, very similar to Bitcoin. RSI, very similar to Bitcoin, where they're both pointing strongly in the bullish direction. Ethereum. Okay, Ethereum looks to be turning the corner. It looks to be turning the corner south. What's happening if you look at these last three candles, which what is different than Bitcoin and Dash that we were just looking at, is that the following two candles, the last, meaning today and yesterday, the last two candles were large, definitely, but they did not come anywhere near this high level of this one candle 3 days ago. Okay, so what is that doing? The D trend is showing a similar thing to what Dash was showing. Okay, it's turning the corner. It's heading south. Okay, MACD is starting to tighten up. Okay, and RSI is heading south. Okay, it's clearly made a top and is now turning down. Okay, Ethereum tends to be a precursor to what the other coins do. Why? Not exactly sure, but that's what seems to happen more times than not. So let's see if this is going to happen this time too. Okay, Litecoin, which is the final one we're going to go over. Okay, not as bullish as Bitcoin or Dash, but not as bearish as Ethereum. Okay, last three candles, the last, meaning today, had a huge run up. Okay, previous day didn't have as much of a run up, and the third day is where it really made its high. Okay, so it'd be also very telling what happens tomorrow and the 2 days subsequent to that will tell a lot in the direction of where the market's going to go. The strength still showing bullish. The trend is looking like it's starting to go sideways. MACD still very strong, but RSI is turning over. So a very mixed bag here with Litecoin. Okay, it's a combination of what we're seeing in Dash and Bitcoin, a combination with those two with Ethereum. Okay, so that's pretty much the market recap for today. Nothing much more to really say about it than that. If you like our videos, subscribe. Like I said before, also add a coin that you'd like to see in the comments, and we'll review it in one of our upcoming daily reviews, and we'll take it from there. Happy trading.